So if you don't know me, my name is Nicole Duda. I am a student of Breeze in VALA as well as her high touch mentorship. This is my life right here. I am a stay-at-home mom as well as a virtual assistant. I became a virtual assistant in 2022. Was in the corporate world as a paralegal for about 10 years. Always dreamed of being my own boss. Never thought I would be. I was like, I don't have an entrepreneurial bone in my body. Had him, was on my maternity leave, was supposed to go back to my job, was looking at daycare, didn't have family, was wondering what was I going to do with my life. So, motherhood changed that all, drove me to find the virtual assistant world. I invested $5,500. So I invested $5,500 in a coach to become a virtual assistant. Had no clue what it was, where it was going to bring me, but I was so determined to stay home with him that I did it. And just like most of you, it was not like I had that money sitting around to invest, but we did on a sliding scale where she would make what I made each month. So it was kind of, it made us both want to have me get clients. So that was in 2022. This year I will be 3 years in business, and I went from 0 clients to, if everything works out, at the end of this week, I will have 14 clients and have an agency. So I started off with just general virtual assistant work, doing everything in the online space, whatever people needed pretty much, because I just wanted to get started. I did have some legal clients. My first client was actually a legal client since my background is in paralegal. And kind of just, did whatever I needed to get clients pretty much. At the same time, I found a remote job working from home so I could be home with him while I built my business. Was full-time with them, and then when I got a few more clients, I think I had 4 clients at the time, I went down to part-time with them. And then I was like, you know what, this is too much. I'm just going to focus on my business. So I did. That was probably like a year into the journey, just starting slow, trying to learn everything. And I just signed 2 new clients last week. I have 2 discovery calls on Thursday. It hasn't always been an easy journey. I'm actually interviewing this week for an assistant. Things go accordingly this week. I may even need 2. It has not always been easy. I never thought that I would be able to be an entrepreneur. Like most of you, you're probably stay at home. Some of you are maybe stay at home moms thinking about having kids, wondering what you're going to do. How am I going to do this with a kid? This is what I do. This is what my life looks like. This is what my life looks like with calls. It's actually funny because I had a client this morning tell me that she wanted a training on one of the platforms I'm helping her with. And she said she would pay for my babysitter, which I do have help sometimes. I don't always have him with me. Important calls, I do have someone watch him. But I thought it was just funny you said that. She said that because, your people are out there. Like I always thought I could never balance being a mom and a virtual assistant or owning my business. But here I am, and I have him, and 3 years in, and honestly, my business is booming. A lot of that is thanks to Bree. At one point, I was completely lost. I was like, where is my business going? I don't know what my future holds. And we, in high touch mentorship, we work through it. When I joined VALA, I thought I was doing business good, but I was stuck, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And when I joined the VA Leadership Academy, I was like, wow, it's good to know that, I do know a lot of what I'm doing, but there was so much that I was missing and so much extra help in the academy. There was scripts, I redid my portfolio. There was so much to help you with. The support is just any questions you have, you get answered. So that was really, really incredible. So right now, where I'm leading with my business is I'm hiring assistants to help me with my non-legal work. So, the stuff I do for coaches like course creation, admin work, email marketing, stuff like that. And I just want to focus on my legal work. So if you're thinking about becoming a virtual assistant, one thing I would say is just do it. You got to start messy. You got to start somewhere. If you don't start, you won't know where it'll go. I never thought I'd be where I am now, ever. And here I am, and it's just continuing to grow. And I'm not brilliant, To be honest, majority of the work that I do, I ask ChatGPT, probably 70% of the work. So there's resources, there's ways to figure it out. And so another thing that I would say is, don't doubt yourself. I doubted myself, and I was stuck in the same mentality and the same, I'm going to be here forever for so long. If, like I said before, if it wasn't for Brie, I wouldn't have gotten out of my own way and realized where I wanted to be and what it was going to take to get me there. So have support, have people that are where you're at. They'll help you. You know, they can answer questions, they can get you where you need to be, they can bring clarity. And also don't say, oh, well, where will I find clients? Or majority, I'd say about 85% of my clients are referrals. One is actually the remote job that I had that I left. I offered to them when I left for my support as a contractor, and they said no at first. And then, months later they came back. So it's actually funny, the timing of this, because I have my first job out of college just booked a discovery call for Thursday. They need some support. So you never know where your clients will come from. They could literally come from anywhere. Past jobs, referrals, friends, community. My biggest client that just asked me to become her full-time assistant, I cold emailed her. She's a local mom attorney. I just cold emailed her. She responded, and we've connected so well. So you just don't give up. You try. You put yourself out there, and you will succeed, especially with the right support. The VA Leadership Academy has everything that you need to succeed as a virtual assistant. No matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you do social media or marketing or admin or organizing, you have some sort of superpower that you can use. So just don't give up. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. I know it's like, well, I don't have money to invest, but there's so many options now. And if you don't start, you'll just be stuck. So that's really the biggest tips that I would give you. Everyone, if one of the attorneys I actually had talked to, he just started his own firm, and we had a conversation, and he was like, if you have the confidence and the drive, that's all you need. And I was like, that's so true. I hate to say fake it till you make it, but just know you're doing the best you can do. And honestly, that'll be so great for your clients, that they'll refer clients to you. And be patient. It took me, I'm just now hitting my first 5K months, and I'll be 3 years in this fall. And, in the high touch mentorship with Bree, some of these people were making 10, 11,000 a month. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'll never be there. And it takes time. It takes patience. It doesn't happen overnight. So please don't get discouraged. There's just so much you can do as a virtual assistant. So many different paths you can take. It's not just, I need to know how to do one specific thing. You have something you can do. You have something that you can turn it into a thriving business. With the right support, anything is possible. So if you're interested in joining VA Leadership Academy, I highly suggest you do it. It is the greatest. I even started coaching virtual assistants about a year and a half after being in business, and I was like, it's just too much to be a stay-at-home mom and run 2 different businesses, and coaching just wasn't for me. And I will admit that Bree's VA Leadership Academy is the best program that you can join. It doesn't miss anything, and they're constantly improving. So if you are interested, I will drop my affiliate link in the comments right now. And then also for anyone who decides to join with my affiliate link, I will also give you a free one-to-one call with me. We could talk about, where you're at in your career, what skills you have, what you would like to do, what you can do with your skills, how you can get there. We'll map out what you do, what you want to do, and how that you can get there. So just if you do join with my affiliate link, please feel free to send me a DM. My name is Nicole Duda on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram as ND Virtual Law. So just feel free to send me a DM on Facebook or Instagram, and I can send you the link to schedule a call. If you have any questions about being a virtual assistant or Bree's program or anything, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Happy to answer anything. I wish I knew resources and had the support when I first started, but it didn't hold me back, and I know it's not going to hold you back. So don't hesitate to reach out. If you're thinking about doing it, do it. You won't regret it. Be patient, be confident, and you'll see the results. So I hope to talk to you soon. And if you actually have a legal background, I'm hoping to be hiring a legal assistant soon. So don't hesitate to reach out to me on that end either. Love to learn more about you and connect with more people in the legal world, especially in the virtual, since it's kind of hard to do that. So if you can't find me, feel free to reach out to Bree. She has my contact information as well. So if you listen to this, thank you. Best of luck to you. I know you will succeed, and I hope to be in touch with you. Thank you.